Yeah.
I've been by the way, I've been one thing out here. I've been going through this. One of my big obsessions lately though is I've been watching the story ups on WWE.
Yeah.
Like they break down a storyline or a wrestler's year or a couple of years, whatever. So I've been going through like I told you a couple days ago. Like I watched AJ Styles recently, his debut, the 1 year. But right now I'm going through like the rabbit hole of the Undertaker. Like I'm actually going back. So like, his story, I believe, is like 7 chapters in there.
Oh
Like
wow.
there's like chapter 1 is like the first 2 years, and then the chapter 2 is the next 2 years, and the next three, and then the next two, and so I'm now on chapter I think 3 or 4. I'm 1996 right now, but I'm sludging through the era. So obviously, when you go through that, you start the Hulkman era in 1990, but you also have to sludge through the fucking New Generation era.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, like, was it bad? Yes, but was there opportunity to be good? Also, yes. There's some real good talent and some real good things. Like for all the bad we give the New Generation era of WWE, there is some good shit in there if you really pay attention.
Some of the in-ring stuff was never better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of the in-ring, I got Brett, the top of the card, and you, me, and Rob talked about this in the text. The top of the card to the upper mid card was loaded with talent.
Yeah.
You know, between Brett and Owen and Sean and the Bulldog and Razor and a few other couple of people that wandered in and out. The lower card was the shits. The tag team division was abysmal.
Oh my god,
But
it was almost non-existent, I think, for a while.
pretty much non-existent. Like they were slapdashing. Like, but when you get to the point where you've got Owen Hart and Yokozuna in a tag team together trying to lock it down, that's when you know your tag team division's in the shitter. You know, so yeah. But some of the in-ring stuff was superb. It was really, really good stuff.
I think I identified what the problem was. The era. It was Vince. It was identity because it wasn't like a talent. Okay, you lose Hogan and these guys get older. Okay, we get that. But you got Brett, you got Shawn, you got Taker, you got Razor, you name it. You got a lot of talent there, a lot of personalities there. But Vince didn't want to let go to the formula. He wanted to still have the characters and the creative, cartoony. And it took Vince about 6-7 years before he said, you know what, I got to go schmut whatever to save my company.
Yeah.
So I think Vince held that company back in the 90s, not the wrestlers.
He did, and there have been candidly conversations about that, like people like all the stupid gimmicks, like the TL Hoppers and the Duke the Drosies and all the stuff, and people were just looking at him like, Vince, what are you doing? Nobody wants to see this shit, and he was insistent on putting it on TV. Yeah. I think some of that may have been knee jerk because he was trying to make it look as family friendly as possible. But remember, this period of time, he's coming out of the steroids trial.
Yeah.
So he's really trying to revamp the image of WWE. And in his own head, I think he thought that's what he was doing. And meanwhile, you've got Brett in his ear trying to convince me, look, let me give people wrestling. People want to see wrestling. It's what they paid to see. So you had a difference in philosophies between him and Brett, which is why I think he never fully committed to Bret Hart and why he was so dead set and hell bent on Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels ended up being a fine talent and every bit his own legend. But I think that's where Vince and Bret really, that to me, the difference in philosophies is what
the yin and yang.
The yin, the yang. Guys. Yeah.
No, but it wasn't a bad era, man. There's some good shit there. I will say this. Obviously, some things Taker did in the '94 with Bundy and Kama and for record, I a lot of that stuff I didn't watch because that's my first time I was out. 94, 95, I was out.
Yeah,
so there's some weird things in there, but all the weird things out there, there's some good there too also.